Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be an updated everyday makeup tutorial. I stopped at Ulta yesterday and I picked up some new makeup that I'm really excited to try out for you guys. And I always love watching my favorite YouTubers and watching their updated everyday makeup, especially when they're picking up new products from the store. It just really gets me excited to try out some new makeup. So I'm going to be sharing with you guys what I picked up today. I'm doing obviously a full face. Typically, you guys know I put a little bit of something on every single day. If I don't wear foundation, I'm always at least doing my eyebrows and doing mascara. It just, for me, I feel more put together and motivated for the day. So today I'm going to be wearing just a little bit more makeup than I normally would on an everyday basis. But if I'm wearing foundation, this is what I'll typically do. So first, I'm going in with the e.l.f. Poreless Primer Putty. I have really been liking this lately. I was going to try to pick up something else at Ulta yesterday, but when I was looking around, I just really didn't find anything that looked intriguing to me. So I just decided to keep using this. I have been really into trying to use up all that I have before buying a new product. I think that I told you guys that before. But my face is really breaking out a couple weeks ago, and I think it's because I was using like older foundations on my face. So I thought that it was time to get a new foundation, and I've been using the same concealer forever that you guys know, so I just wanted to try something different today. So for foundation, the one that I picked up is the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Wear. And I hope that I got the right shade in this, but I really love L'Oreal products. That's why I wanted to try this one out. I've used their other Infallible products before, so let's hope that this is the right shade. I kind of tried to match it in store, but this is in the shade 460. And I really like the makeup that has the pumps. I think that it is just a lot more sanitary, and the product, it's just a lot easier to use the product. So I'm just picking that up on the back of my hand, and I am just going to dot that all over my face. I can tell it's very liquidy. I don't know if you guys can tell as I'm applying that, but it definitely feels a little runny. And then as always, I'm going to go in with my Real Techniques Beauty Sponge and just pounce that into the skin, try to get my hair out of the way. Okay, as you can tell, the coverage is definitely medium coverage. I feel like I could definitely add a little bit more, but if you are really wanting just like a light layer foundation, as you can see, it pretty much evened out my skin tone, but I always go in with a little bit more just because my cheeks get really red. And I just know like the problem areas on my face, so I always like to go in and add a little bit more. My nose especially, I don't know why, like my nose and my cheeks, like around the apples of my cheeks, just get so red around this time of year. So I always like to add just a little bit more foundation to cover all of that up. As you can tell, I really do like that foundation. I definitely would say that you need to add a little bit more if you're wanting more of a full coverage foundation, but I really like the finish and everything of it, so I will definitely be using that again. I'm trying to wipe off some of the foundation on the back of my hand. So to go along with that, I picked up the Infallible Full Wear Coverage Concealer, and I've heard good things about this too. Since I was trying out the foundation that matches with this, I wanted to try out the concealer. I got this in 365, and this is in the shade Cashew. I've heard some people talking that this is really similar to the Shape Tape. So just like, I don't know if you guys can tell, but this is really thick, and it has a doe foot applicator just like the Shape Tape does. So I don't know, this bottle is like really thick too, so I wanted to try it out. I'm hoping that this isn't too dark. Doesn't look like it would be, but I'm just gonna start under my eyes and blend that out really quick because I don't know how this blends out. So let's see. Looks pretty good. It is definitely thick. I think it might be a little dark. I don't know if you guys could tell, but I feel like I might need to get a lighter shade of that. So I'm gonna grab my other Infallible and just put a little bit there to blend it out, just because I feel like that is a little dark. That concealer definitely is really thick though. Like, I can tell why people say that it's like the the Tarte concealer. Okay. So yeah, I definitely think, what shade did I get? 02 Creamy Natural. This is in the shade Cashew. They're kind of the same, but as you can tell, the new Infallible that I got is definitely a lot warmer. So I definitely think I'm gonna need a different shade in that, but once I get everything else on and my bronzer in that, it'll really even out. So I'm going to use the e.l.f. Perfect Finish HD powder. This is what I've been using lately and I really like the finish of it. So I'm just going to go ahead and set that. It's so hard to, when you first put a concealer on, or when you, well, like, see, I think that is fine. I don't know. I think that you really just have to like finish the rest of your face and then just see how everything looks, because a lot of these products too oxidize and then it changes the shade, so you kind of have to let everything just settle. I mean, I think that looks good. I really like the foundation. It really evened out my skin tone. It honestly looks airbrushed, so I really like that. Now I am going to go into my Anastasia Brow Powder Duo, and this is in the shade Ebony. I did want to try a new brow product just because you can tell that this one is starting to run down, but I don't know exactly what I want to try. And I figured, you know what, I'm going to be out of this soon, so I'm just going to finish this one up and then try a new brow product. So let me know what you guys like. I really don't like a pencil. I like more of a powder, but I also saw, I think it is Benefit has that thick pencil, and people really like that. I forget what it's called, but if you guys have any recommendations for brow products, please let me know, because I am wanting to try something different, but I just don't know what is good. So the first thing that I like to do for my brows is just brush all of my hairs up and just get my brows into place like how I like them. And then I go through and fill them in. And I always like to start from the bottom. And I just like to do an outline on the bottom of my brows. And I have a very light hand when I do this. So next, I just go through, once I have that outline underneath, I just go through and I flick the brush up and I follow where my hairs naturally go. And I just go through and fill them in like that. So it's super easy how I do my brows. They are like bushy anyway, so I really just try to enhance that, and I just try to use a very light hand while doing that. So I'm gonna do my brows and then I will be right back. Once I have my brows filled in, I just go through one more time and brush them with the spoolie. And something that I really like about this brow powder is that it matches my natural hair color. Before, when I was coloring my hair almost black, I had a really hard time trying to find something that matched, you know, that just looked natural. And so I've really been liking this. And you guys know already that I love using the e.l.f. It doesn't have a name on it, just the e.l.f. Brow mascara. And this is in the shade medium. So what I do with this is just brush all of my hairs up. And this just helps set everything in place. And I feel like it just gives your brow hairs just a more natural, fluffy look. Okay, so now let's go ahead and bronze up the skin. I definitely need a little bit of bronzer. So this is the Hoola Benefit Bronzer. You guys know I really like this too. I wanted to try one of, I think it's called Makeup Revolution. I wanted to try one of their bronzers, but I don't know. I was so indecisive when I went in there yesterday, so I have this one and the Estee Lauder one that I really like, so I'm almost finished with this one, so I'm just going to use this up until I'm out of this. And then I'll figure out if I'm going to repurchase or if I'm going to try a new one. I always like to put a little bit of this on my neck. Okay, and then once I have done that, I'm going to go in with my Estee Lauder bronzer. You guys have seen this before, but I just like to use this just to go over it because, as you can see, I just feel like it adds a little bit more color. This definitely has like a rosewood tint to it, so it just really matches perfectly with my skin tone. And I feel like just going over it just really makes my skin look like it's airbrushed and really pretty. And then whatever product is left over, I really have been liking just taking that over on my nose because it just adds a little bit of that and it brings out my freckles, and I just think that that looks really pretty. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to eyes right now. This is the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. I've been using this for a while. I think that this palette is really great for everyday makeup looks because there are a lot of shimmers in there, are also some darker tones, so you can really create whatever makeup look you're wanting. So what I am going to do today, this is what I pretty much do on a daily basis. I'm going to take the shade Puree, and then this shade, I think that this is called, yeah, Charmed, I'm sure. So I'm going to take this shade and Puree and just start mixing those together and just start adding those right into my crease. When I do this, I really am not worried about it being perfect. If it gets onto my lid, that is fine. When I am in a rush doing my makeup, I really don't care that much. I just want to add some depth into my eyes. Okay, next on my finger, I am going to take this shade Luscious. I'm going to put that right onto my finger, and as you can see, that has a lot of color payoff. So I am just going to brush that right over my lid. And as you can see, that is such a easy and quick makeup look, and I only use 3 shades. And when you get the hang of it, it really goes very fast. I'm able to do that really quick, like I don't even have to think about it. So next I'm taking that Charmed, I'm Sure, and that Puree shade and going right underneath my lash line. And then taking that shade Luscious and just running that mainly in the inner corner, but brushing whatever product is left along the whole lash line. All right, and then since I am doing a makeup tutorial today, I'm just gonna do this extra step, but I am going to go into the shade Tempting right here, and this is just a black shade, and I am going to use this e.l.f. small angled brush. I am just going to dip my brush into that and just lightly line my outer lash line. And typically I don't do this, it just depends on the day and if I have time. But this just adds a little bit of depth. It makes your eyelashes look thicker. And then I will take the brush and do like the tiniest little wing, as you can see. I hope that you guys can see. Let me bring you in a little more. So I take the brush and I just do the tiniest little wing, and I am not precise with this at all. There's the other side. But I feel like it really does just make a difference, and it just pulls the whole look together a little bit more, and it makes everything look a lot more smoked out. And I also feel like it looks like you did so much, like you spent so much time with your makeup and it only took a few seconds. So I am totally done with the eyeshadow then. And then for mascara, today I'm going in with the Benefit Bang Bang mascara. I have been wanting to try this, or wait, the Bad Gal Bang Bang mascara. I've really been wanting to try this for a while, and actually I follow Julia Havens and I love how she does her makeup, and she always raves about this mascara. The packaging is really adorable too, so I wanted to try this out. So all that I'm going to do is go ahead and curl my lashes. This is totally key in any makeup look that I do. I always have to curl my lashes. And I think that this is, to be honest, a Dollar General curling eyelash curler that I've had for years. So you don't have to spend a lot of money on stuff. I just think that this does the trick and it works really good. So I am going to go ahead and try this out. I really was intrigued by the brush too. I was looking at the different brushes when I was in Ulta yesterday, and I really like the small little bristles. So let's go ahead and try it.
I know I lied. I should have noticed, yeah, I should have tried.
Okay, so the final thing that I am going to do is just add a little bit of blush. This is the e.l.f. blush and blushing. Just a tiny bit of that. And then for lips, I am going to use this e.l.f. tinted lip oil. I've heard a lot about these too, and I think that adding a lip oil is really pretty, and that's definitely more my style. You guys know that I love to wear like lipsticks on, you know, like special occasions and that, but for an everyday wear, I really love like a lip oil. If I can open it. Oh, that's really pretty. I really love pinky tones. Okay, so that is my completed everyday updated makeup tutorial. I really hope that you guys enjoyed watching me test out these new products. If you enjoyed, please give this video a big thumbs up. That way I know that you like these types of videos. If there are any other products that you guys would like me to try out, leave them down below, because I really enjoy filming these makeup tutorials for you. I really loved all of the products, like I said, and I will be sure to link them all down below for you. I hope you guys are having a really great day, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.